Niggas are mean, niggas are mean, niggas are mean. Niggas are mean, niggas are mean, niggas are mean.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey.
And I'm...
Not as fun since I quit drinking.
Oh, my.
How did it take us this long to get to that?
I'm glad it's out in the open. Well, what I make up for in fun, I make up for in self-righteousness. That's much better for me.
You might be boring, but you're also kind of a dick.
I used to be
exactly.
able to get the jump on you. Now you're too astute.
You know, I didn't think there were many more ways for me to go, oh, you poor dear, at people. But this has just opened up another whole avenue of condescension.
Yeah, some people did it for like their personal well-being. Joe was just like, I'm running out of leverage points. I already got the breeder angle. You know, I got the vegetarian angle.
I know.
You tisking grandma
Look,
of a man.
I'm just trying to burn
Tisking,
middle
what kind of
America.
gay thing is that? Is that like felching? Is that where you like felch a shawl?
It's when you come in one ear and then drink the cum out of the other ear. That's how ears work, right?
That's when you put your finger into a dab of cum and you just dab it on someone's nose. Ladylike.
Keith went to the Tom and Jerry anatomy class. It was like, yeah, there's a tube and there's a brain that goes over the brain.
Yo, you ever get fucked so hard that you fold up like an accordion?
Oh my god, what would you fuck like when you get folded up as?
Just a tuba.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you like, is there like a trombone or something?
No, it's just like they try and fuck my butt, but it turns out it's just a painting of a butt that the coyote
Oh
played.
yeah, and then they run through.
Me. Just a quick little Puerto Rican dick just slides in there.
A quick little Puerto Rican dick. Quick is the best adjective for Puerto Rican
exactly.
dicks.
They're
right?
Not,
There's
they're
like
not
a
distance
shiv.
runners, but they're
Like a switchblade of penile savagery.
Swift and crafty. I don't care for them. What the hell is happening right now?
Dude,
they don't even live in this coast.
For the love of God. Mexican joke off!
Ay, so tápico.
Abort!
See, this is what I explain the podcast to people. I'll be like, look, you guys are very charming. You guys can just have a conversation. We cannot.
No.
There needs to be rigid structure. We're like a problem child. We need a schedule and goals.
The second we have like a minute of free time, it takes about 30 seconds to get to just crippling racism.
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah. And not to mention racism towards the cripples.
Who needs
What's that called? Fucking ableism or some shit?
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking whatever.
All right.
They're going to stand up for themselves.
An Ohio sorority girl has been found guilty of letting her newborn baby die of asphyxiation in a dumpster outside her chapter's home. In her defense, she pleaded that she was under the effects of postpartum hazing.
Good God.
Baby dead.
What? How else are we going to start the show?
We're back.
Donald Trump corrected his immigration stance by saying he would only ban Muslims from, quote, terrorist countries. The candidate proceeded to announce his, quote, one of the good ones affirmative action policy.
An Indiana man charged with 2 rapes will only serve 1 day in jail. A resounding victory for Indiana's new sex crimes bulk discount initiative.
Fucking Costco of tragedies. Yeah, my dad's got a membership, so...
Rape one, get one free.
Al-Qaeda is encouraging lone wolves to target whites to avoid their attacks being mislabeled as hate crimes. Joe Dodge told the same thing to his penis to avoid being mislabeled as progressive.
You know, I fuck mostly minorities. For
Really?
posterity.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
With your economic policies, or your...
A Canadian mother is speaking up after her special needs child was excluded from another child's birthday party. The host of the party responded, look, we could only afford enough goodie bags for 46 chromosomes.
Oh, man.
The Supreme Court voted to keep 30 abortion clinics open in Texas. A Texas abortion clinic is better known to the rest of the world as a mechanical bull.
Oh, my God. That is fantastic. Oh, do you think there's the conversation like, all right, look, we're keeping this baby, but I'll go down to Tony's with you. I'm not getting on that bull. Don't think you're getting me on that bull. And he's like, all right, but look, I know you can have one drink and be pregnant. And then she's like, all right. And then fucking 4 Coors later, she's like, woo, just fucking splat.
Mary Sue, if it survives the tumble, it's God's will.
Oh my
And that's the story of Davy Crockett.
survives the time. Yeah, let's shake the magic 8 ball.
Unclear. Oh, it came out retarded.
Ask again later. No, don't think so. England has voted to leave the EU this week. Britons around the world have expressed hope that their country will just put out one bad solo album and then reunite at Coachella for the paycheck.
I really like that.
The state of Israel received its first F-35 stealth bomber. Prime Minister Netanyahu responded to the U.S. by saying, "Daddy, you know I wanted the F-117."
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
I wish Ramsey would stay in the room.
Are you Angela Merkel's court jester? What the fuck is that for? If not only this show.
Oh, what a beautiful joke.
Wow.
Governor,
So racist, but subtly so.
Yeah.
Governor Bernie Sanders said he will vote for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. Meanwhile, Governor Chris Christie said he will vote for Double Nacho Explosion in the 2016 Lay's Creative Flavor Contest.
Governor Bernie Sanders?
Are you like a
Yeah, he was a governor, wasn't
Are
he?
you a
Senator.
Oh, what the fuck ever.
Are you a super delegate in the Lay's new flavor?
The chair recognizes the man who barely fits in it.
We need a new chair.
His sweat stains on the leather.
My God, I'll filibuster day and night for peanut butter and jelly chips.
Oh my dude, filibusters would be a great name for a snack. Dude, you would totally and then like the commercial with the politician, making the speech. He's been up there for 3 days with his new caffeinated filibuster chips.
I'll never stop.
In the wake of Brexit, Polish human rights activists have been shocked at the abuse of British Poles. They say this abuse is due to the anti-immigrant sentiments in the UK and the influx of Borscht Belt comedians.
Jeez, how many Polacks did it take to write that joke?
Oh, dear.
Ugh.
A study found West Virginia leads the United States in drug overdoses. West Virginia to change its state song to "I was born a coal miner's oxy baby."
All right. Let's do this one. Actor Anton Yelchin was accidentally crushed to death by his Jeep. The last time a guy got slammed this hard from behind by a Cherokee was when Joe Dosh headlined an Indian casino.
Pretty. I mean, it's like good.
It's
but,
fine.
They're
not all winners.
It's like when you get a Little Caesars pizza and you're like, oh, it's a good one. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's a hot and ready.
When I saw that,
Like a lot of my hookups.
I mean,
I don't know that app. Is it new?
They cost $5 though, so there's a. When I saw that, I was like, "This is like weird that he was in Star Trek and not Final Destination."
Oh no!
A 6-year-old. Oh, speaking of which, a 6-year-old boy was killed when a refrigerator fell on him. His parents are devastated at the loss of their child, and they have no place to display his artwork anymore.
The last thing is just your drawing tumbling down on you.
Oh no!
It's pretty ironic that it was a crayon hearse. I know.
That fridge fell on him. At least he's finally the coolest kid in the neighborhood.
Crayon Hearse is definitely a band that you would like put on mixtapes for girls, Keith.
That sounds about right.
A French woman has found her way to use a vibrating dildo to buff out dents in her car. In other news, my rectum is like one of Howard Hughes' planes. I want those rivets flushed, Toady.
Wait, do you vibrate your butt?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh. Well, you guys both look at me like,
hell yeah, bro.
Some kind of idiot.
Dude, why don't you?
I guess I just didn't have the right people in my life.
No, you don't.
Do it, man.
Not enabled.
You could just go do that. 10 people were...
This is America.
God damn it. 10 people were stabbed at a white supremacist rally in Sacramento. The Sacramento chapter of the KKK is calling it their least violent company picnic ever.
Their
Newark
least
County landfill.
violent company picnic ever.
Womp, 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 womp.
I have one more, and it's quite
Sure.
ill-advised. Shall I do it?
Yeah, well, Keith did poorly, so yes.
Okay. I want to make you feel better.
I feel like this is going to end badly for me.
I just hope it's complimentary.
Gangs are suspected in a fatal Fort Worth shooting at a dance studio. Graffiti left at the scene read, "Once you're a jet all the way, from your first pirouette to your cold judgment day."
Yes.
Bravo.
Here's the one thing that consistently does well in Mexican joke-off. Weird song parodies.
Yeah.
How did you tell the gayest joke?
Oh, I know.
It didn't even have anal buffering or a Howard Hughes reference.
Exactly. The first West Side Story reference didn't come from me, folks.
Jeez. Well, that was
Goddamn it, it's the Puerto Ricans again. They came back.
those quick
Revenge!
We want to fuck in America. Come in his butt in America. Mean Boys will be right back.
Hey, Connor, I'm super excited we're recording the Mean Boys podcast. It really is turning out great.
Sure is.
We talk about dead babies and racism and people getting hurt. It sure is swell. I just need to know, who are we going to get to produce the thing?
Cunt.
Now, I know Ramsey's a cunt, but who's going to produce the show?
Cunt.
I know Ramsey's a cunt. I tell him all the time, but who's producing the show?
Cunt.
I know he's a cunt, Connor. You're saying Ramsey's producing the show?
No.
Then who's the cunt that's producing?
That's right.
You're not making any sense.
I didn't name him, Joe.
Name who?
Cunt.
Well, don't give it to me. Save it for the show. Nuts to you, McSpadden. Keith, when are we going to record the next episode?
9/11.
Yeah, I got a bunch of 9/11 material. When are you free to record it?
I told you.
Told me what?
9/11.
I know. We can write material on it all day.
That's right.
But when are we going to drive to Ramsey's house to record it?
9/11.
Keith, that's racist as hell.
I know.
But when are we going to be free to produce a show for us?
He told you.
Who did?
Cunt.
Connor, I'm not talking to you. I'm asking Keith, when are we going to record the next Mean Boys?
9/11.
Yes, I need to know so I can write a sketch about it.
Cunt is going to be there, Joe.
Who, Bin Laden?
What are you talking about?
Well, Keith, who do you have as a guest host lined up for next show?
AIDS.
It's not that big a deal, Keith. I just need a guest host.
I told you we got AIDS.
Well, you do, maybe. I haven't been tested in a while. I don't even know why I'm asking. We don't even have a producer.
Cunt can get AIDS, Joe.
Of course it can. That's where AIDS goes.
You need to be free on 9/11 so we can get AIDS for it.
I'm not getting AIDS just for the podcast.
I already did. I got AIDS for 9/11.
Why? Do you think it'll rebuild the buildings?
AIDS will be there with Cunt.
Of course it will.
I know.
All we're trying to tell you, Joe, is that cunt with AIDS is coming on 9/11.
Why?
Third base.
All right, Mean Boys is back with a brand new segment. It's time for New Slurs. New Slurs!
Hate speech! Hate speech! We hate them. We took a gentle segment and made it a crime.
One take, nothing but net. The Mean Boys are professionals.
I love that between the last sketch and this podcast is just decaying into just caveman grunts of hatred.
It's just degeneracy.
I'm glad that we're finally comfortable enough with each other to stop all this fucking, like foreplay and this facade that we are doing anything other than just pure evil.
Pretending this is art and not a manifesto.
We have truly hit the motherlode of wretchedness.
All right.
God help us all.
Speaking of which, mother of wretchedness, take us away.
All right. Well, in light of the recent events in Orlando, I've decided that straight people from now on will be known as cunt fuckers. That's the best slur.
You're not wrong.
I can think of. 'Cause
Harsh.
breeder just isn't cutting the mustard. It's just it lacks the oomph.
Well, breeder is like, oh yeah, that's great. Do you think of that in your sweater?
Yeah.
Cunt fucker.
If you say breeder,
That's something you could spray paint on someone's wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you could etch that in someone's car with a rock. Because breeder sounds very like 90s Bay Area lesbian. It's just, come on.
Yeah. Speaking of which, 90s Bay Area lesbian Keith Carey.
Ironically enough, British lesbians will now be called Margaret Snatchers.
I'm fucking out of here. Margaret.
You'll not eat my pussy in the House of Commons. No.
I forgot about the House of Bottoms. We need to do that.
Or milk curdling reciting.
Oh yeah, he's the president pro tem of the House of Bottoms. New slur for androids. They'll now be called clinks. Dirty clinks. I don't want my son fucking no clink.
Oh, God. Since we're on lesbians, I'm going to say lesbians will now be known as pussy smushers.
Oh, no. You ruined a lot of things.
Sounds like a horrible infomercial product. Do you have a fat, puffy pussy?
Billy Mays here for Pussy Smushers. Is your cat too fat? Make it flat.
It lacks a dimension now.
Look at us being right on top of the pulse of what's happening with the fucking Billy Mays reference.
Dude, I hate the OxyCleans with the other dude, and it's just like Billy used to say, and it's like, your friend is dead, bro.
Yeah. Shut up, commercial stepdad.
Commercial stepdad.
All right. Henceforth, Swedish people will now be called Sven words.
Ooh, Carrie. Carrie, not a fan of new names. Big fan of new slurs.
I'm killing it.
Yeah. I think that female Native Americans need to be known as slot machines.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, cunt fuckers, awful. Slot machines.
Slot machine is
that's
the
a line.
That's the best one.
Hey,
so far.
everyone in my hometown, if you haven't tuned into Mean Boys, we have got a segment for you. On that note, I've decided Midwestern people will now be known as corn syrups. I didn't love it.
I'm gonna love this one even less.
No, get in those corn stirrups, Keith.
I'm really not proud of this
Not
one.
even good.
Shoving corn up your asshole because one mouthful of food isn't enough.
Black comedians will now be known as spade regulars. You cannot see the face that Joe's making, but I promise you it is disheartening.
Oh,
What did you think would happen here
No,
today?
I'm happy, but I'm not happy that I am.
Are you replaying your coming out speech to your father? What the fuck kind of like dialogue? That was like that did not belong in a Levital situation.
Mercy.
Canadians, icebacks.
I like it. I've decided that gay Asian tops will now be known as reverse unicorns.
I enjoy that quite a bit.
Oh man.
Asian gangsters will now be known as brochi mins.
I like it.
All right. Let's see. Fat people will now be called gravy boats.
It's offensive.
Couldn't you see like an old man be like, "Oh, look at this fucking gravy boat walking down the street over here."
Lumbering around the neighborhood. I've decided that old Armenian ladies will now be known as Zelda zombies.
I don't get it.
You look at them and they stop you in their tracks.
What's Zelda?
Remember? Okay. Remember?
Is it the video?
Do you remember in Ocarina of Time when there'd be the zombies that you would turn around and they go, "Rah!" and you would freeze?
I wasn't a Zelda dude, but I do enjoy you describing that.
Yeah.
Any Joe describing a video game seems like such a novelty to me.
This is very specific. Ugly middle-aged white women will now be known as participation trophy wives.
Oh man, we were gonna have Pat Barker on the show.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding, Pat.
Close it out strong.
You a bitch, Pat.
I would totally fuck your wife. Okay, guys.
Better.
Oh, oops.
If I win the roast battle with him, that's how that works, right?
Yeah. Black politicians will now be called shadow puppets.
Oh no!
Can I say the original one that kind of started all of this is that I a long time ago decided black people the slur should be jazz gorillas.
Oh man, we're really up. I feel bad because there's a poster of Obama in this bunker. So every time we say these things, I just look over and see the leader of the free world.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Well, it's time for a chemical bath. But in the meantime, let's hear from a word from one of our sponsors. Mean Boys will be right back.
Wretched pig children, tear your garments and weep tears of piss at the thunderous voice of Karnak, the blood feaster. As you know, I am running for president of your putrid vomit satchel of a nation. I am joined by vice presidential candidate Tyler Dawson.
Mr. Karnak?
Please, Mr. Karnak was my father, and I ate his organs and defiled his bride.
Whoa, you fucked your own mom?
It is a tradition. What do you want?
Oh yeah, right, sorry. I was just gonna remind you about my new title.
Yes, of course. Henceforth, the office of Vice President shall be renamed. Pay your respects to Tyler Dawson, Archduke of Fat Titties.
Sup, fags?
The battle lines have been drawn for the upcoming election. The elephantine cowards of the Republican Party have betrayed me, opting to back the leather-hided mongoloid Trump. It is of no concern. We will run as independent candidates, and together Tyler and I will defeat both him and the villainous pantsuit succubus known as Clinton.
Karnak said when we win, I can make Hillary my sex slave, and it's dope because I can bust in her all day and she won't get pregnant because she's like 100 years old.
Indeed, her womb is as barren as the Great Plains of Skeleton Island. As you prepare to celebrate the anniversary of your country's soon-to-be eradicated independence, we have chosen to address you and explain why we desire rule over this filth-ridden land. For though many kingdoms lie within Karnak's dominion, America is truly worthy of my iron fist. Yours is a nation that celebrates itself with the competitive eating of sausages while children starve in the streets.
America's rad as fuck. We have electric cars, and we still murder hella brown people so we can drive dirt bikes and shit.
You spend millions of dollars ensuring the insane can be armed, and the more they slay, the easier it becomes to acquire weapons of death.
Everybody's so fat that I can just shoplift wherever I want, and I just have to jog for a minute so the security guard gets winded.
You systematically oppress the ape people of Africa, and then make them sing songs celebrating their place at the bottom of the food chain.
Nobody voted for city council where I live, but 10 million people signed my online petition to have those bullshit girl Ghostbusters get raped by Slimer.
And have you been to a Taco Bell? Truly the most evil place I have ever seen, and I am literally the king of the hell that demons go to when they die.
What we're saying is America's a fucking nightmare already.
Think about how much more hardcore it can be with us.
Indeed, I have seen many terrors in my time. I have conquered the temples of the Spider King. I have torn asunder the great warriors of Fistfuck Mountain. One time I had dinner with John Boehner. But I have never seen such a consolidation of apathy, hatred, and vile, sputtering cruelty as I have seen on the grease-stained lips of the American people.
The other candidates say God bless America.
We say America beheads God. So as you go to your parties of pool to roast meats and imbibe the unholiest brew of Bud Light, remember that Karnak is what this broken nation deserves. Together, we can build a brighter tomorrow.
And set it the fuck on fire.
So saith Karnak!
Mean Boys are back, and it is time to close out the show as we always do with a fan-submitted round of our favorite game, Which of the Following?
We have fans?
Now, this didn't come from Tom pretending to be someone else, did it?
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
This is Dirk Ding Dong fucking construction factory. We build buses and pants that I find in a graveyard.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I made the email Tom Wilson Pat or Wilson Tom Pat.
Don't worry, it's not Tom. It's a different mole person.
God.
This is from...
Tom is like a shaman that can like only tell you when your crops will fail. It's just nothing useful.
Nothing,
Yeah, I don't do good news.
nothing drives me more insane than how much work we put into writing this podcast and how many people are like, you know who's great? Tom Goss.
Oh, I know.
So stay tuned for the mailbag.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
This comes from Ryan Colby. Follow him on Twitter at RyanColby1984. Hey, Mean Boys, I wrote a which of the following for you guys. I hope it's halfway decent or that you mock it mercilessly for being awful. Sincerely, Ryan Colby. How sweet is that?
Either way, we're paying attention to him.
Is this what you want?
Yeah, you live another day.
Is this what your dad didn't do, bro? And that's why you're fucking making up a cartoon game for a couple idiots you don't even know that fucking are going to shout at you in a basement? Is they happy?
Thanks, Ryan Colby.
Anyway.
That'll teach you to love us.
That means that we like you.
Pulling your pigtails, Colby.
We're sniping our fans one by one.
Yeah, really. We can really narrow them down. I mean, it just takes maybe 8 tweets, and then we're down to fucking 0 listens every week. Which of the following is not a real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon episode name?
That's excellent.
I also wanted to do this because I could just feel Joe squirming as I read the email. Yeah. And you just, oh my god, yeah, it's Legend of Zelda is totally fine, but this is fucking somehow bad.
One.
You hypocrite.
Well, fair enough.
Did you ever read a Go-Gurt and enjoy it? Then you shut up, all right? Enjoy the 90s with me, Joe.
Dunkaroos are part of your soul.
Dunkaroos. What?
That's
Who
Keith,
told you what Keith calls his bowel movements?
That's Keith's Australian name.
Okay.
Dumping food and other food.
Next week, Australia names. A, the Pulverizer. B, New Girl in Town. Mm-hmm. C, April's Unforgettable Capture. Or D, Of Rats and Men.
Are you sure we're not doing the gay porn one from the last episode?
Yeah. I'm certain Of Rats and Men is real because like people who write children's cartoons, they like to sneak, references that no one would understand. It'd be like me if I were just trapped at Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hell, we went to college and now we make this bullshit.
Yeah.
I watched this really bad like post-apocalyptic like web series where they made like one episode like every year and a half, and it was really shitty, and it had this one line of dialogue that I know some dude did a backflip when he wrote, thinking it was the deepest shit ever, and he just like looks out at the like battle-torn wasteland. He's like, when you're living in a sewer, anyone could be a rat.
Ugh.
Boo. Fucking boo.
Fuck you, TA. Don't you have some papers to grade?
Harsh.
Shit, goddamn.
Harsh.
Can you run them real quickly one more time?
The Pulverizer, New Girl in Town, April's Unforgettable Capture, Of Rats and Men.
I'm going to say April's Unforgettable Capture.
I'm going to agree with Joe.
Fake episode, but real pornographic TMNT fanfic, April's Unforgettable Capture.
Oh, I don't like the shocking twist on that.
Hey, man, Ryan Colby does a lot more work in this game than I do. I don't research a whole other separate, like, ironic thing for fucking humorly goofs. Humorly goofs?
Jizzing in a
Is it too late to change the podcast name?
No.
Number 2, Serpent Hunt. A. B. Pizza Party Gone Wrong. C. The Pulverizer Returns. Well-made game. That's a funny callback. Ryan Colby, you really did it this time, dude. I like it. D, the croaking.
Okay,
The croaking.
Pizza Party Gone Wrong has got to be real. That's got to be like a last season they're getting canceled. Just they have a pizza party and it goes bad.
That's one of the Dragon Ball Z's where Piccolo learns to drive. Not for anybody here. Someone enjoyed it out there. Don't worry about it, guys.
The croaking is what my doctor calls my sleep apnea.
Just make the pizza
that's the
party
whole-
go wrong and
that's
then
the
burn
horror-
down the slime fountain.
It's the horror movie I wrote about sharing a hotel room with you in Santa Cruz.
But that was the pulverizer.
Oh, no, you did it.
Who murdered Keith Carey? Was it his throat?
Fuck.
Was it his throat flesh with the rope in the conservatory?
Was it his grease in the attic with the small boy?
It was his gullet with the gas station combos. I'm going to say Pizza Party Gone Wrong because I want to believe that nobody got paid money to write that down.
I'm going to say The Punisher Returns.
Fake episode. Pizza Party Gone Wrong.
Oh.
Keith Carey's batting 1,000.
Is that also I almost said gay porn, just turtle porn.
I mean, it could be. I mean,
Translation, he didn't.
There's
okay.
dog porn. There could be turtle play.
Oh, no. There for sure
Turtle
is
play?
turtle. I've seen Teenage
Really?
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
That's when you suck an old guy's dick, right?
What?
Turtle play?
Oh, you got to coax it out of hiding?
Yeah.
That's when you and the other subs like have a foot race to the ocean, and whoever gets there first gets to fuck, and the others are eaten by gulls.
I thought it was like you suck it and then you like feed it a piece of lettuce.
if you have a,
eating a cabbage.
Joe, answer a gay sex question for me. If you have a bad experience with a sub, do they write a note to your real teacher?
Here's the thing: the joke was C- tops. Connor's delighted reaction to his own shitty joke.
I want to slam him, but I just can't.
There's nothing funnier than a barely acceptable joke.
Well done.
All right. Number 3. A, The Creeping Doom. B, The Weird World of Worm, spelled WYRM.
Mm-hmm.
C, Secrets of the Sewers. Or D, Hot Rodding Teenagers from Dimension X.
I'm going to say The Real World of Worms, because worms with a Y are like Dungeons and Dragons creatures, and it would not blow my mind to know that Ryan Colby was involved in other, nerderies.
It would hurt my feelings if he was involved in a Dungeons and Dragons game and didn't invite me to Skype in.
It would be a shame.
Sidebar: we should be playing Dungeons and Dragons at some point.
Bonus episode.
Yeah.
Connor DMs the Mean Boys.
Oh god!
Promotion's still going on when we get to 40 iTunes reviews.
And then the other Mean
we'll
Boys
put out
DP Connor.
Ooh. I don't like this acronym play.
I'm gonna say Hot Rodding Teenagers from Dimension X.
Oh, double penetrate. I just got that.
Well, you need to be on board, or it's not gonna work.
Jesus, Joe, this is your fucking
Joe, you
vernacular.
don't remember your lines.
Go back into the glossary they gave you in your copy of Gay Berlin.
I do own a book called Gay Berlin.
We know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
come up so many times on this show.
The fake episode, but real pornographic TMNT fanfic is Secrets of the Sewers. All right, the final round. All real or all fake? Oh wait, no. Huh?
We got one more. We should.
I think he did 2 all reals or all fakes.
Okay.
Okay.
Which sure, man.
Whatever.
It's your game.
Yeah. I don't tell you how to do our thing.
And
Whatever spices up your existence, you zero.
God, bro.
Thanks for the help, you fucking zilch.
He has to like it, or he wouldn't be a fan.
If he's not jerking off to this, he's not. There was no
Yeah.
point in doing it. It wasn't worth it.
I agree.
All real or all fake?
Yank cum out of yourself.
Make some fucking goo.
Hey, how about you cheese up that pizza in your fucking bedroom, you mook?
With fucking seed. I'm sorry.
This is Andrew Dash Clay, a character that happens when we do check the mics. Joe, why don't you check the mics for us right now?
Oh, fucking Connor, I'm gonna fill your fucking colon full of goo. It'll be like a Twinkie with all the cream in there. Fucking hostess ass cunt.
And then Ramsey goes, yeah, Joe, your mic sounds good. Keith, can you give us something? All real or all fake? A thing about rats. B, Revenge of the Triceratons. C, the Catwoman from Channel 6. Or D, April's Fool.
These are real.
Yeah, they for sure got
These are real because fuck children. They're stupid. Let's insult their goddamn
Lonely fuck
intelligence.
children of America.
Your brains are feeble.
Yeah.
Engorge yourself with mediocre cartoons.
Exactly. These titles all scream it's the 80s. Fuck you kids, you're dumb. Just don't do drugs. We don't trust your intuition.
Nancy Reagan, just say yes to bad titles. Those are all real.
Oh, boy.
And the final round, all real or all fake. Double down on the all real or all fake. Ryan Colby, way to go. A, 50... there's 5 of these, too. He's breaking all the rules. A, 50 Shades of Apritello.
Okay. Well,
B, April's twin sister. C, Boys Night Out. D, Donatello's Desire. Or D, or E, I guess, 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He wanted us to enjoy that very badly.
yeah.
Oh, God, you guys, this bombed, and it probably hurts his feelings real bad.
Oh, good.
Well, whatever wants to be a fucking mean boy, but here's where you find out if you can hack it.
Yeah. We separate the mean boys from the mean men.
Mean men, we're drinking inside.
I mean, obviously all fake.
Those are all real, actually, guys. No, yeah, no. All right. Well, that was which of the following.
I actually love the idea of users sending in stuff.
Oh, we did.
Users, like we're a product.
Yeah.
Consumers!
Consumer. Yeah, we had the other one with the punk rock names. That
was
Fanny Crapchanner sent in, so thanks for that.
Finkelbork, Dingledong.
hers
her name is.
Yeah, so dude, Ryan, thank you for doing all that fucking work.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate
that was
it.
a blast, and it was fun for me to read it too without having to write it.
Yeah.
So
we've been goofing around a lot, but I seriously appreciate you listening to the show. Also, fuck your mother with a rake.
on brand.
And the business end, too.
All right, we got a really full mailbag here this week. Ryan Colby continues in his email. Also, I think Joe's Mickey Mouse voice and Keith's goofy impression on the Boom Boom Pineapple episode were far too good not to do a sponsored commercial skit/bit about it. Perhaps just continue in the spirit of Joe's joke with Disney characters being secret Satan worshippers? I'd also like to take this opportunity to mention Levelator. Have you guys noticed that sometimes one person is quieter than the rest and it's hard to hear when they speak? Yeah, we know we have a shitty podcast, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we fucking are very aware.
Complaints to Ramsey.
I actually started using Levelator, so there you go.
And as far as the Disney voices thing, by the way, all I'll say is stay tuned in the next couple weeks.
Ooh.
I may have something that I'm
And all I have to say is, fuck you. We answered to no one.
New
Die screaming.
You even laughed at it like
Drowning bees.
I paid for my sins 1,000-fold in hell.
this needs to happen when they tear down Disneyland. Like someone needs to raid all the robots and like just set up an awful diorama. Email from Conrack, not Blood God. Subject: Spineless podcast worms. His Twitter is Ferpectival. Whatever awful thing that is.
I don't care for whatever this is already.
Puny cunts! Where is your podcast episode? I waited patiently in my hot blood tub for an entire week, awaiting my weekly hour-ish of ISIS-themed entertainment, and you failed to deliver. I demand an explanation, and should tomorrow come to pass without an answer or an episode, your mothers will drown in the blood of your unborn grandchildren. Do not disappoint me.
Keith, was that?
I'll take this one. You dare demand of the mean boys. I will rape your mother with my fist, turning her into the unholiest of Muppets. I will work her jaw and make her speak unholy prayers. Lowly pig child, unsubscribe, fuck dick. I'm sorry, you were saying, Joe?
Oh. Well, I was going to say, is someone else doing Karnak, like watching your daughter get fucked?
Ain't nobody doing Karnak but Karnak, motherfucker.
Okay, Bernie Carmack.
As my supreme overlord said, Karnak, you do you.
How much of this bullshit I gotta do tonight?
I wrote this email just to watch Keith sweat more.
I'm so damned.
You're, by the way, the least sexy version of Keith Sweat.
Pretty good.
He also writes, also Tom Goss is clearly the funniest person to ever have been born. I will pay you whatever sum of money necessary to lock him in a cage and record his insane ramblings for my pleasure. I believe this will make up for your unacceptable silence. Tom has his own podcast. Listen to that, you shit dick.
Or don't.
Locking Tom in a cage would vastly improve his living situation.
I got walls now.
I got square footage.
Whoa. Yeah, they gave me a trash can lid full of Cheerios. This is great.
Yo, I got a whole door. What am I, the Pope?
I don't like these stick pokings, but I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? Not get poked by a stick?
How else am I going to wake up and eat the poop? Please.
Tom's the only person who would thrive as a member of a human centipede. I own my place. I'm at the front. I'm a natural leader.
I'm a team player.
Ryan Colby sent us also the longest audio explanation I've ever read on how to improve the sound quality, and he ends and he says, I also created my own microphone with some electronic parts I soldered and an Altoids tin can.
That
wasn't
surprises
too
no
hard,
one.
just took a little bit of time. If I can do it, you can too. If you want the 23, I converted to mono. Oh, he converted our episodes to mono for us.
Good Lord.
Holy shit.
And he converted a tin can into a microphone. Is he going to... That man will pay you a nickel to sing into a can.
He's going to convert a pipe bomb into unholy vengeance
Yeah.
against the community college he got kicked out of.
Okay, he also has some questions about Roast Battle. You guys mind answering them?
Not at all.
One, who's your toughest opponent? I'm going to say Keith.
I was going to say my toughest opponents were definitely the two of you. I would say Connor was a little harder because we had to go 3 rounds. And also, I've known Connor forever, so he was hitting deep cut shit.
Me and Keith both hurt each other to the point where I
Connor
went into
exposed the
retirement.
crime I committed on stage. That's how
And
gnarly.
you- and
we
you-
don't need to talk about what that crime was, but
Yeah, and Keith fucking exposed my my greatest lost love to the world. So I'm going to say that's even.
that was fucking Rocky and Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have a battle where you legitimately hated the person you were facing? Also Keith. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't battle anybody I didn't like.
I'll admit I had one when I fought Eric Hollerback, a comedian from New Orleans. I actually legitimately hated him, but by the end of it, I kind of respected him because he flew back just to get the shit kicked out of him by me. And he landed he was like a terrible comic, but he landed one really good punch, and I respect him for trying.
Yeah.
And for wasting a lot of money on that opportunity.
I mean, people are dumb.
Hollerback, if you're listening, quasi respect.
Has Roast Battle ever caused you to become friends with your opponent afterwards or made you respect them more?
A little bit.
Always respect.
I would say yeah. I would say there's a couple people who I was like casual acquaintances with who I feel like I know better and who I definitely have more respect for after fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say the same thing, but nothing, no crazy love stories.
I generally try and fight people that I already like.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good
no
little-
friends with George Perez after that, so, like, I don't know a ton of, white gay guys from South Dakota are friends with active MS-13 members, so he's deactivated.
They flip the switch on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what is he? Was he a fucking stolen iPhone? How does that work?
Yo, I'm fucking booting down, dude.
Yo, you gotta hold my center button and the lock button.
I got killed by that dude from Blade Runner, dog.
Have you ever seen a battle?
Tears in the rain, dude.
Have you ever seen a battle in which you thought someone was robbed of a victory because of poor judging? I'm gonna say mine with Keith. I'm gonna say Al Magical fucked me out of that.
Now Magical fucked you by having great taste.
I think it should have. I think I won the last round. I think if anything, it should have gone to a tiebreaker.
I'll give you a tiebreaker maybe, but I think I came in hot in that last round.
I think you had 2 good ones and I had 3 good ones.
I will rematch you one day.
We will. Yeah, we're
going
gonna
to
do
happen.
it. Yeah, it's.
Anybody who's ever been robbed of a victory?
Plenty of times.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say them on air because I don't remember any of them off the top of my head.
But yeah, bro, that's the thing.
Yeah,
it
happens.
You just gotta
roll
accept
with it though, and also, is what it is.
Can you remember a battle where one really good roast joke won the battle or the whole match?
Jeez, how many questions is this?
There are
Actually,
2
this
more.
is fun. One joke won the whole match. I mean, when you go
Not
to
the whole
overtime,
match,
that's how it
but I
wins.
mean, when Robin said Connor is like, if I had a nickel for every time someone called Connor a dick, I'd be able to afford to get rid of mine.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Didn't
Connor's
you-
the giant cunt I wish I had. That
There
was a
it
funny one.
is.
Yeah.
That was dynamite.
there was one recently like that where first joke of the battle, it was pretty much over. As a friend of the show, Anna Valenzuela, fought Josh Waldron. Her first joke was, "Josh is what happens if a 3D printer gets stuck on the word faggot." And it's
pretty funny.
It was like a pipe bomb in the room. It was amazing. So that was pretty good.
What's your favorite thing the all Negro Wave has ever done?
Jesus, Charlie Rose, how long are we going to be here?
I know there's one more.
Favorite thing, Jeremiah Watkins shaving his pubic hair was pretty amazing.
When we buttered Keith, that was pretty fun.
Oh, that was real gross. Although we're not technically the only girl.
God.
No,
That
we're
was-
not. But I mean, we smelled like Thanksgiving for 4 days afterwards.
I was a straight up just satanic grilled cheese.
You were.
Did Keith had 4 days of the year for that?
Oh man, I was straight up glorpy, dog.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
glorpy
let's
for
go
cousin.
Glorpy, dog. God damn it.
DJ Glorpy Dog!
Gross. There was another one too, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, the wave's always great.
Do you have a favorite, oh shit, I can't believe they said that moment?
I mean, most of it is that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the best. Probably my favorite roast joke anyone's ever written about me is I lost a lot of friends to heroin. Connor lost a lot of friends when his parents got rid of the trampoline.
Oh man, fucking Dan Nolan.
Mr. Dan Nolan.
I think my favorite joke anybody's ever done about me was it was tie between you Connor did Keith is part Samoan, not the country, the Girl Scout cookie.
That's good.
And then Jay Light did you really put the gut in faggot.
Keep up the good work, Connor, Joe, and Keith. Thank you, Ryan,
Thanks,
for
buddy.
being so invested in us. It is baffling to us. I don't know if you could tell. All right, I have another one. Regular writer, Jesus Medina, writes, this was June 13th. That'll give it a little context. Oh, no. Why are such monsters in the world allowed to roam in this place we called home? By the way, allowed is spelled ALOUD.
Is he referring to us or the shooter?
Okay, this is legitimately what he wrote. I'm a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and I support you and your sexy lifestyles. Well, thank you, Jesus Medina.
How are we somehow the most awful humans that ever lived and kind of we're the only even a little bit gay people that any of these people know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, really. You guys got a
representing.
big responsibility.
I know.
Oh, I feel
This
bad
is
now.
probably how Urkel felt in the 80s.
The
only black-
fuck them. Logo TV isn't pulling their weight. Someone's gotta. I'm trying so hard to alienate these people who love our podcast, and we just can't do it.
I want the BDSM relationship to continue.
Yeah,
That's true. This is.
our fans are like fucking abused girlfriends.
What can we
Jesus.
ask them? I want to ask them to send pictures of something of them doing something
Oh,
ridiculous.
I don't want that.
Oh God, no,
Keep
dude.
that as a fucking.
Don't open Pandora's
Yeah.
fucking dick pic box.
No, I'm gonna do that. Hey, tweet your dicks to the Mean Boys podcast.
If we get it, okay, this is how you really see if you have fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tweet a picture of your dick, and we will retweet the biggest dick.
Yeah. Write the
Or
name of your
let's-
favorite mean boy.
Let's be honest.
on
We'll
your
retweet
dick.
all the dicks.
We retweet just about anything.
I don't know. We'll how about this? We'll do some sort of prize for whoever tweets us the biggest picture of their dick.
No, how about this? I would really like it if people would send photos of their erect penises, pointing at the Facebook page of Ramsey Badawi.
There it is. Oh man, if somebody will jerk off on a picture of Ramsey Badawi, I will send you money. Not a lot of it, but I will send you money.
And we'll make a bonus episode of some kind.
We will leave you a voicemail.
Oh yeah, we'll
Carnock will call your boss. Whatever you want to do. Just bug. Oh my God, name your price. But
Oh, my God.
we want Ramsey Badawi come tribute pictures, and we want them now.
I really don't know why I'm so mean to Ramsey. Everyone.
This is
It just
happening.
feels so right.
Oh God. Well, this is the podcast for this week. Follow the show on Twitter at Mean Boys Podcast. You can find all of us there. We're still doing the thing. Leave us a review on iTunes. Every 10 reviews, so we get to 100, we're going to put out the dumb bonus episode. That'll be something fucking stupid. Boys.
Piss.
Nice boys too.
Nice Boys is once a year. We can't. We have our fucking health to think of, Joe.
I don't know, Connor. I enjoyed it last time.
Do we want to? Do we got any plugs, kids?
The day this comes out, I'll be at the Comedy Store Belly Room for the historical roast, playing George Carlin, giving the business to a bunch of dead comedians. Come check that out.
The day this comes out, I will be at Warp Zone at the Virgil, the show I produce, at 8 o'clock. And then at 11:30 at the Roast Battle fighting Pat Barker. So if you want to hear me come be a dick,
Check that out.
come on out.
The day this drops, I'm going to be at Harvell's in Long Beach. I am also going to be in Tahoe that's not till September. Fuck it. Never mind. I don't have anything relevant coming up.
Hey,
Okay.
I got one more I got to plug that I think you might have forgot about. July 1st, me and Connor are going to be at Genghis Cohen on a show called Gay for Laughs.
I forgot
where
about
we will
this.
be performing shirtless for the gay community. It was booked as a lineup of straight comics before I informed the booker that I suck dick sometimes. So I'm still on it.
How do you think you got the spot? Heyo. This is not the first time we performed shirtless together.
No, nor will it be the last.
No, certainly not.
You guys are naked an awful lot together.
It's fun, man.
Hey, Joe. I mean, when you got a good body, that's what you get to do.
That's true.
Let's do it, man.
All right. Fuck everything. God is dead. Cunt your mothers.
See crazy shit, man, crazy shit. Crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy shit.